Ma'am, as being a part of our last two workshops, as you've been the winner of the last two workshops with us and you've attended, after seeing all this, hearing about our new challenge that we've taken upon to make art for everybody, what are your comments on this and how do you think we could
Yeah,
really embark on this journey now?
thank you. It's been a pleasure to be connected to Heal Thy Ram, or Healthy Ram as we say it. And I was very pleasantly surprised when I entered the competitions to, in the first one, to have become the winner, and in the second one, a runner up. I think it's more about encouragement, motivation, and generally a joyful feeling more than the actual, the winning. Like I always say, it's the journey that is really fun. And when we talk about connections with art to mental health, and like you said rightly, mental health is still not readily accepted as a necessary part of our lives. Whereas I think personally that actually it is the mental health of people that is leading to disease. I firmly believe that when we think negatively, when we are surrounded by negative people or negative environments, we get under stress. And when we get those thoughts that are negative, they lead to negative emotions. And it's the negative emotions that within us which make our hormones behave negatively. And that is what really leads to what we call dis-ease.
Yes.
And dis-ease is nothing but not being at ease. So I think when we talk about, when we are treating physical problems, I think it has become very necessary for whether it's a doctor or a therapist or a physio or a psychotherapist, to go to the cause or the root cause of those physical symptoms that you have, because you can keep getting treated on the surface, but those things never go. And I think that is why we really need to enlighten people, and not adults, but starting from children, from the time they are babies. It's how, in fact, when I studied psychology, even the fetus in your body is going through the stress and strain that the mother is taking. And they, when they are born, they come up with those so-called personality traits, which will further could get into, deteriorate unless it is taken care of right then. So it is not only the education of the mother, the father, the grandparents, the teachers. There is no end to it, because that is what is causing all the mental stress, and hence the so-called diseases that we are all suffering from, where nobody seems to have an answer.
Right.
Why? That's the thing. So I think firstly, it's really important. That is what I'm trying to say. And then secondly, as an artist, if we come down to it, I have always felt art for me is a stress buster.
You're right.
So that itself means, I think, is answer enough, that when I feel really, stressed out about something, or I'm feeling low, or I feel like crying because of some situation, or even if I'm feeling happy, then I feel like going and working with my paints. And maybe the day I'm happy, I'll use bright colors. The day I'm feeling a little sad, it reflects in my work.
I remember when I was a school student, during the exams, I always used to get so stressed, and instead of studying my subjects, I would just take out my paints and my art book and start just.
In fact, it's, I think, a little form that we don't realize. Even as school children, I remember every copy had doodles on it.
Yeah.
And if you look, if you're a
That's
good
also
art therapist, you will be able to exactly understand where this child is coming from, because they're not thinking, it's spontaneous. So what are they making in those doodles? What are they trying to show? Is something that if a teacher is well trained or a parent is well trained, they will wonder and they will ask and they will try to go to the root cause, because the doodles are actually bringing out the real feelings.
That's why my psychology teacher always allowed me to draw in class.
Because it's spontaneous. It's not like you're sitting here and I'm just copying you. That's not art. We do it because it's the starting of a drawing, or it's like the beginning of something. Yes. But when you're doodling, it's so spontaneous that is the time when your real thoughts really come out. And I think that is something that we should encourage, because even if it's messing up your copy, but somewhere you're letting out that stress. So then when you let it out, then you're able to refocus back on what you need to do. So I think art, whether it's the performing arts, like whether it is dance, because dance can let you just take out that emotion, physically where it's impacting. And when you're painting, it's your emotional responses that you're putting onto paper.
True.
So I think it's something that we really need to encourage in maybe schools and homes and wherever, even in hospitals for that matter. I think patients who are going through stress should be just given some paints and paper and something to sit down and, because it's very boring to be sitting in a hospital. So I think it should be encouraged. I know somebody who always asks for music and they put on the headphones even when they're going in for a surgery. So what's the music doing to them? It's kind of, distracting them from the stress and strain of that. No, I think you all are doing a great job, because somebody has to take the onus and somebody has to start from somewhere. So the very fact that you're trying to make mental health food for thought for other people is really important, because I think when you just sow the seed is where you finally will, find results. It may take you a year, it may take you 2 years, but I'm sure you'll get there. And I'm really looking forward to more events from your end, and I hope I can be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Support to empower. World Mental Health Day Mega Workshop.